Yo, I have got to show you guys my new deck. This was a gift from my friend for Christmas, a Libra actually. Love my Libras. He gave me this and he got it from Etsy. And I just thought it was so special and so unique. I am getting ready to do well, I'm already doing them actually. I've been offering cannabis readings and I've been using my cannabis cards. So I have the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle and I have the 420 Tarot. So I was using those two. Then I saw this one and another one that I really wanted. So the other one I had to get from Instagram. I'm going to show you that one too if I have time. If not, I'll do a second video. And this one my friend gave me from Etsy. So I thought it would be really cool for me to show these to you because they are, I love them. I love them so far. They're really cool. So let me do the introduction and then I'm going to get started. My name is QueenAusetHeru. Thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anybody and everybody else who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section and check underneath this video for my Amazon wish list for the link to this deck. I will put the link first. If you would like to become a patron, that information will be underneath this video, as well as my merch for Ask an Aquarius and ArchAngel Michael, and all my social media information. If you want to get a reading done, please email me or hit me up on social media, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Alright guys, so we're going to take a look at this deck. Now, first thing I want to show you before I even get started, I always like to pull out a standard size tarot card and see how does the deck compare. So this is how it compares. It is longer and a little wider than a standard size tarot card. Not that big. So if you are somebody who has small hands, it should not be a big problem. The card stock, it's a little thin, but it snaps really good. I think the card stock feels decent too. I like the way it feels. It feels good. It's a little glossy, as you're getting ready to see. So I have to turn it to the side for you to be able to see them. And let's look at all the backs look like that. I love that. I love that like bejeweled looking leaf. Cool. And I'm going to pull it up here so you can really see it. Now, I'm going to show it to you. So here's our first card. Honor your spiritual elders. Now, what I like about this deck immediately is that the messages that are on the cards have nothing to do with cannabis. And I didn't really care if they did or they didn't. It really depends on, you know, how they did it. Because in the other deck, it does have to do with cannabis. But this one, it doesn't. And the thing about this one is that the messages are universal. So it's not like it's just messages for stoners. You know, these are messages for everybody. Everybody will have these kinds of things happen in their life. Like this one, it says, you know, don't wait, do it now. Maybe you're procrastinating or hesitating for something. So they're very universal messages. There isn't a lot of diversity in the deck. It's mostly people of color of a younger age. We did have one elder that I started with, but for the most part, they're of a younger age. And some of them, I can't tell what culture they're from. So, because some of them, you don't see their face, you just see their hands. So I'm not really sure. So it's not a great deal of diversity in those kind of ways, if that's what you're looking for. As far as age is concerned, I saw one elder. As far as masculine and feminine, it is balanced because you do see men and women. I do like that. But the body types are all pretty much the same. You don't see any really, you know, larger people. Mostly just average sizes. And another thing I noticed is that it's not really even a lot of people, period. Most of the pictures, because you see, you know, you have a I like this. This is fun. Someone is watching. Somebody stalking you on social media. Uh, but it's not a lot of people. See, you see a face here and there, one, one or two bodies, but not a lot of that. It's mostly just the flower. Most of them are the flower and a really cool statement, that anybody can use. So I would use these with my cannabis readings. Like I said, with the other 3 decks I now have for cannabis readings, I would use it with that. Also, I would use it for a daily pull. Perfect for a quick daily pull, like if you're trying to get out the house, because there's no guidebook with this. So the message is all there is. There's no guidebook, there's no journal prompts, no affirmations, nothing. It's just you in this one statement, So for people who don't like guidebooks, this is a perfect deck. And if you have people that are 420 friendly, then you can use this deck with anybody. If your client is not 420 friendly, let's say you're reading your mom or your grandmom or somebody that you know that about, I definitely wouldn't use this deck unless they were on the phone, couldn't see me, then I would use this deck. But I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. And I think for me, I'll probably start off doing a daily pull. That would probably be the funnest thing to do until I get to know them, and then I'll use them in my cannabis readings. I'll probably end with these because their messages are the simplest, so it would be great to end the reading with these. I wish she had added in some Rastafarian, and maybe she did because we haven't looked at all the cards yet, but I would love to see some Rastafarian influence because cannabis is one of their things. They have a secret relationship with it. So, and so do in the Hindu culture, the people who work with the god Shiva, they have a very intimate spiritual relationship with cannabis. So it would have been kind of cool to add some of those things into it. I'm not sure about the choices, why she made specific choices. They're not bad choices. I like all the choices that she made, but I would love to have seen more, more of that. That would have been kind of cool. Maybe seeing like a devotee of Shiva, engaging. That would have been cool with the long, a lot of them had long locks in the pictures that I've seen. Maybe some Rastafarians, same thing, having fun, engaging, that kind of thing would have been cool. But so if she ever wanted to make a second deck, that would be kind of cool to add. I like this deck though. I love all the choices that are here as far as my purposes. This is going to be great for my reading purposes. This is a really fun card because I love that. I've seen this online and I was just like, who did that? That person is an artist. Like, what? See, like that hand here. I don't know if that's a Spanish person, white person, light-skinned black person. I mean, you don't really know with some of them. And I like that ambivalence. It's like, because anybody could see their self there. You see? And that's why I said a lot of them appear to be of color, but I really wasn't that certain. Love his bomb. Get your head in the game. And the other thing I would have liked to see more of is I would love to have seen a couple more, like I said, a couple more elders would have been fun. But it seems to be most of these are pretty much, just flower. And I'm definitely feeling that. I like the pictures. I like the way that they were taken. It looks to me like it's going to be very easy to shuffle this deck. Zigzag. Love the jewelry. A couple of them have on some really nice jewelry. The universe is open to your requests. Wow. You have to do it alone for now. Okay, okay. I like these. I love it. I love some of these messages a lot. Love her nails. Love that ring. I love her hand. You have all that you need. Look, if you're going, out in the town, 3 spliffs is more than enough. You're good. You're good, sis. An ending is right around the corner. And see, I feel like with these cards, I probably would pull these at the end of the reading, because some of these cards, in my opinion, lead me to more questions. It leads me to, what you mean an ending is coming? Like, what does that mean? You know? So I think that I will pull these at the end when all the majority of the information has come out from tarot and from the other oracles. I would pull this one last to feed in any holes, fill in any holes that are there. So I would definitely do that. Cool, huh? So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it tremendously. And I think some of you might be too. If you're a cannabis enthusiast, I think you might be feeling it. And if you're not a cannabis enthusiast, you might be a reader who has clients that are. And maybe they would like that. Maybe they would like this particular deck. I know if my reader pulled out this deck, I would be like, oh, my reader cool as shit. You know? I would be like, oh, okay. You that kind of reader. I got you. I got you. Haha. Clean up your mess. Ugh. Knocked it over. Not good. I have done that before. Spiritual cleaning. I like that. That's cool. He has beginner locks, so we do see that. He's starting off his. Someone is lying. Be a team player. Gratitude. Awesome. I like that. And I also like how, if you look, several cards have this like legalized message in it. I like that. It's kind of just in the background, you know? So I like that. Take your power back. Yes. And you see how these messages are very universal. Like anybody could be dealing with any of these things. It's done. Appreciate the beautiful things in your life. Awesome. And if you're somebody who is a cannabis enthusiast, then you recognize most of these things, you know, like the top paper, the bongs, you know, we recognize all that kind of stuff. I love this. Look at that. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Beautiful. I love that. I was so heartbroken when Chadwick died, so that's a beautiful choice. Awesome job. Focus on abundance. Always. I really love the outfits. The sunglasses, the hair, the jewelry. I love that whole outfit. That whole thing is awesome. Alright, so that's the last one. That was it for this particular deck. Now, because we have time, a lot of time, I am going to show you the other one, because it's very different. This is my other deck. I got both of these today. This one is called Cannabis Magic. It comes in a box. The other one came in a velvet bag. It did not have a box with it. This box is cool because it has the finger holes. Y'all always know I look for the finger holes. There's nothing on the inside. It's just plain white in the box. And there is a guidebook. We are in business with our guidebook. And the cool part is that if you open it, let's see, it tells you a lot of, this is all cannabis information. See that? And the cool part is that it has meanings for the cannabis and for you. So it's both. So like the other one is just meanings for you. This is both. So let's take a look at our cannabis. Ooh, pretty. The backs are a beautiful purple. Look at that. Very glossy, just like the other one. Let's slide it right there. Now this art is very beautiful. It's very different though. The other one was more photograph art, and this one looks like more painted or drawn art. They're much taller and wider than a standard tarot card and the other deck. So they are thicker than the other deck, just as glossy. Yeah, Got to turn them that way too. All right, so let's look at these. Ooh. So these are different strands of cannabis. So if you're somebody who is a cannabis enthusiast and you're interested in trying different strands, you probably, based on what I just saw in the guidebook, you're going to be able to learn a little bit more about different strands. The pictures are cute. Again, they're using very familiar symbolism. But this one goes into the spiritual a little bit more, because pomegranate represents wisdom. The candle could represent candle magic. There's also a tattoo in her hand that looks to me like the Three of Swords, so I'm not sure. But yeah, it seems to go a little bit more into the esoteric direction. Banana pudding. I like the art. I like it. It's cute. It's really cute. Blue dream. So each one is a different strand of the flower, and each one has a different message. So again, for this one, you definitely do need the guidebook, because there's no, I mean, I don't really see a way you can read these intuitively unless you assign meaning yourself, I guess, you know. But I would think you would need to at least know what the strand is, or something about the strand, right? Cherry pie. Pretty. So yeah, I would think you would need at least that to be able to look at that, to be able to give somebody an accurate reading with these. Awesome. Gelato. Yeah, I do. Ooh, where do you see this next one? This is a very famous strand. Very famous. I've heard that name all over the world. Very famous. Gorilla Glue #4. I love the names that they've come up with for the strains over the years. Granddaddy Purple. Grapefruit. And if you think about it, like, the images aren't really that busy. They're very, you know, very simple, beautiful, simple. I have a pipe just like this one, but mine is rose quartz. Love that. Yeah. The images are very simple, very pretty, but very simple. I would say awesome for readings, awesome for a daily pool. Unfriend. Uh-oh. Looks like something happened. Now this one, I had some of that recently. I'm going to have to put this one to the side. That's the one we're going to do when we're done, because I want to see what that means. That is cute. Come on in there. Pineapple Express. Cutie pie. Love it. Purple Haze. Yes, very popular one. Skywalker OG. Never heard of that. Interesting. Sour Diesel. Another popular one. This is decent. The Space Queen. The picture that they used for this, that choice was awesome. Awesome. I remember, this looks like one of them old iPods I had back in the day. Love that. Now this one to me looks like a phallus symbol. You guys tell me what you think. Sunday Driver. I love it. I love the names. The names are so cute. Super Lemon Haze. Yes, that's another favorite. Get in there. Super Silver Haze. There's a woman on here that does cannabis meditations. If you type in cannabis meditations on YouTube, you will see them. And she had that last one, that silver haze, she was using in one of the videos. So we're going to find out about OG Kush, since I've come across this in my lifetime. And we're going to see what I didn't know about it. So they're all in alphabetical order. So they're easy to find inside of the book. The book is... Wait a minute. They're not in alphabetical order. No, they're not. Alright, so there's some information in the front. Some talking about the deck and things like that. Talking about different strands. Ways of consumption. And then it goes into each one. So I gotta find... There it is. OG Kush. It's not in color, as you can see. It just gives the information. And I don't see any spreads in here. So I'm going to read it to you. Oh, I'm sorry, OG Kush. Didn't mean to drop you. There we go. So we're going to read it. It says that it's 19 to 27% THC. Earthy, flowery, and sweet. OG Kush is iconic strain. Yes, it is. The experience begins with a head rush that leaves you hyper-focused. It can also bring on a sense of euphoria. For some, this combination of mental stimulation and improved mood makes it a great social strain. It enhances the body and the mind. So if somebody's interested in learning more about the strains, that little part is right there. Then, if you want to go deeper, because this is what I'm going to use it for, is the actual message. The message of this card is connect. The party doesn't start without OG Kush. The high it gives is a social one. You'll be laughing and having a great time before you know it. Get out there and make connections. It's time to expand your circle, be it personal or professional. Return those calls. Set up meetings. You never know who the universe wants to bring into your life. So for this one, it's really about connection. So you would have to, I think you would have to use the guidebook at first, but after you figured out, you know, those, I don't think you would need it anymore. I'm going to pull one more by random. One that I thought was pretty or something like that. Let me show you. I'm going to go right to the center. I'm going to go to this one. Oh, yeah, the Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, we all want to know about the Girl Scout cookies. So let's take a look at the Girl Scout cookies. There we go. Didn't have to even flip far. Girl Scout cookies. 18 to 28% THC. So the OG Kush is stronger. Earthy, flowery, and mint. Girl Scout cookies is one of the most popular strands. The experience is euphoric and relaxing. When you think of a typical stoner high, this is that strand. Because of its happy and chill effects, Girl Scout cookies can help with anxiety and depression. So this card is about stop and smell the roses. When you think of a typical high, Girl Scout cookies is it. Giggle, fits, and the munchies, followed by couch lock and zoning out. Girl Scout cookies show us that life isn't always that serious. Sometimes we just need to stop and smell the roses, enjoy life, and embrace the world around you. Call a friend, go out for coffee, read a book, or discover a new hobby. We get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of every day that we forget to reflect on what is important to us. So it's a bunch of really positive messages about hope, self-care. I'm seeing inner demons, connecting, watching your back, being careful. There's a lot of very powerful messages in here. Manifestation, burning bridges, abundance, adversity. So it's not just a silly deck, you know, that's like, oh, we got some strands in here. Yeah, the strands are there and that's awesome, but it's also very... it's very profound. It's very in your face. It's very, hey, something is going on you need to know about. So I'm really feeling that. This is an awesome deck. So I'm going to put the link to both of these. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to put the link to the first deck under here. And I'm going to leave the Instagram account where I purchased the second one. The second one was not on the website. It was the person that made the deck. And they had it on their Instagram. And I inboxed her and was like, hey, can I get this deck? And she shipped it right out. I paid her through PayPal. Boom, boom, bam. So if you want to get the second one, you're going to have to, you know, talk to the creator directly on Instagram. And if you want to get the first one, I have a link to Etsy. These are both awesome. If you want to get a cannabis reading from me, please email me or hit me up on social media and your girl got you. Okay? You guys come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.